my list from last year, and we didn't do as well last year as we wanted to, unfortunately. But we did watch some. We watched a few as well that weren't on the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the list of horror movies that we have to watch all of October, and you guys can add some if you like, because we haven't done that yet. And if you've got any ideas of horror movies you think I'd like, or you want to know if I've seen them, just shout them out. So we've got Midsommar, absolutely amazing movie. I've only seen it once in the cinema. As Cormac said, very disturbing, but a great watch. Then in the fourth place, because we watched the ones in between, we have The Shining on DVD, which we have, I think it's actually on Blu-ray, so we need to watch that. And then we're going to do Jack Nicholson and Shirley Duvall? Sherry Duvall for Halloween this year. That is the costume idea. Then there's The Exorcist, which is the costume we did last year. The Love Witch, which I have wanted to watch for probably about 10 years and never get around to watching. I think it's on Shudder. Might also get Shudder again this year. Then we have Fun and Games, one of my old all-time favorites, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, amazing movie. Bingo Hell, which I thought just looked funny, I think it's on Prime. Get Duked, The Mortuary Collection, Inbred, Broken Lizard Club Dread. I love that movie. It's called, in Spanish, it's called like Coconut Pete's Desert Island or something. And I used to really love it. I've got it on DVD at home in Spain, but I don't have it here. But Cormac's watched it. I know Cormac's watched it because I definitely showed it to him when we were first going out, because it's one of my like favorite Halloween movies. Okay, The Wicker Man, the original one that we couldn't find anywhere last year. Oh, thank you, EV01. I like my hair too. I got a bow in the back. Hello, maybe Bakar Samba. So yeah, The Wicker Man. If anybody knows where I can watch The Wicker Man, the original one, please let me know. I would like to know that. Hello, it seems like a lot of people have joined all at once. That's great. So then we got at place 19, we have Men. I can't remember what that was when we added that to the list. In spot 20, we have Pan's Labyrinth. Name 20 Pokemon: Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charizard, Otis, Crocodile, Totodile, Snorlax, Mewtwo. I don't know. Okay, Bones and All. I know we have that thing saved on Prime, so we're gonna watch Bones and All because that looks really, really creepy. Then we have Smile, which is that one where they're like, I can't do the face. I can't do the face, where they're like, yeah, so that's on the list. Backcountry. Here, we watched Wreck. That was on Shudder, and it was real. Was it Shudder? No, we watched Deadstream on Shudder. But Wreck, I think it's in Spanish, so we need to watch that. Okay, Tubi for The Wicker Man. Definitely. I'm gonna write that actually on the list. Where's Wicker Man? Tubi, can you get that in the UK? There are not movie recommendations or movies we're gonna watch for Halloween. So if you guys have any recommendations for Halloween, let me know. Okay, so Backcountry, Wreck, Little Shop of Horrors, the original one. Not the musical, the original. I love the original. I used to have it on DVD. I got it free with a newspaper. Killer Sofa, which is like a B movie. I think it's on Prime. Where's my bunny? I don't know. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. That is a movie about a serial killer, I think in Texas, and we've been trying to find that online as well. And I can't find it anywhere. We've been looking, so if anyone knows, it has to be the original Town That Dreaded Sundown, the one from, I think, the 1970s, not the remake. That's the one we want to watch. So what's that? Serb. It's not Serbian film. I'm not watching the Serbian film. Thank you. I'm okay with my face. The Pope's Exorcist, which is a movie that came out I think last year, which I really wanted to watch and we never got round to. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, because I know that's like a cult classic that I've never seen. Megan, the one with the creepy doll that like walks around. I want to see that. The Babadook, which again, like, I know it, like, people have said it's like really scary, and then I've heard other people say that like the ending's a bit shit, so I'm not 100% sure, and I think I had it spoiled for me because it's like a Johnny Depp looking creature, isn't it? Evil Dead. Yes, I have the Evil Dead actually. I got Cormac all the Evil Deads on Blu-ray, so that is on the list. Adding that to the list. All Evil Dead. Definitely. I watched the remake as well. I actually quite liked the remake of The Evil Dead. We went to go see it in the cinema a few years ago, and I actually really liked it. Us. Oh, and the Inside Number 9 Halloween special, which we did watch a while ago, but I don't know why it's still on. We did watch it, so I'm going to attach that one out. So I'm looking for some other kind of scary movies to watch. I want to watch the new, what's he called? The guy who does all the big twist movies where there's like massive twists at the end. He did a new one. It's like The Watchers or something. I think I'll put that on. The Watchers. The Watchers. And there's another one I've got saved on Prime somewhere that's about witches. Last one from my side. Possession. Ooh, Possession. I'm going to put that on as well. Oh, and I wanted to watch that movie. It was the one where they were doing a talk show. It was kind of set in the 1970s, and it looked like it was shot in the 1970s, but it wasn't. We missed it in the cinema. It might be on Shudder. So it's like the girl who comes on who claims she's possessed, and it's like meant to be like a live segment. Really, really want to watch that. I can't remember what it's called though, so I'll have to ask Cormac when he gets home. What else was there last year that I really wanted to watch and we didn't get round to? Because, you know, you write these lists of all like the really like good movies. Not the best setup. The Witch. Yes, The Witch is so good. But I've watched it like the last, I want to say like 4 or 5 Halloweens in a row. So I'm not sure I want to watch it again. Because you know when something's so good, you don't want to watch it and like ruin it for yourself? I'm really looking forward to watching the... Okay, I'm going to have to just hold my phone. This is the worst setup. I like placed this on the back of a frame and it's just falling down because my little stand that I have is too small for this table. So what was the other one I was saying? The Witch. Oh, the new Robert Edgar film that he's doing, the one Nosferatu. I really can't wait. I watched the trailer for it yesterday and I thought it was so good. Oh, Robert Edgar is just the best director of horror films ever. Really, really love him. But that Nosferatu, like, it looks so creepy. I always want to get Cormac to watch Bram Stoker's Dracula with me, the one that's like 3 hours long, because that is one of my favourite movies. I remember watching that as a kid, but he never ever wants to. He's like, that's too long. You know what else I have put by in work that I'm going to buy that's really silly? The Scooby-Doo, Zombie Island, and then Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. I have those 2 put by, and I think the other one where they like go into the internet, I think that's what I have put by in work. I like put them away in like the little Halloween pile, and I was like, I'm gonna buy those when the time comes. So any other Halloween movie recommendations, like anything really scary that you guys can think of? I went to go and see Alien Romulus recently, and oh my god, I had nightmares. I actually had nightmares about that movie. That, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but that monster at the end, oh, I couldn't stop thinking about it for ages and ages and ages. Okay, The Devils, 1971. Maybe. I think I've seen that. I do think I've seen that because my uncle always used to give us like big stacks of like, he was a big horror movie buff, and we'd get the big stacks of horror movies from him whenever he was done with them. So I think I've seen it. I'm trying to think. Like, I know I want to watch The Love Witch. You know what I really do want to watch, and I know Cormac won't watch it with me, Jennifer's Body, because I haven't seen it in absolutely years. And then I know there's another one I have saved that's like My Best Friend's Exorcism. But you know what I'd like to watch again? The Boys from County Hell. Did anyone else watch that recently? Good to know, Bob or Isaac. Yeah, no, The Boys from County Hell. I'm gonna put that back on my list because we went to see that, I want to say 2 years ago, and it was brilliant. Boys from County Hell. I know there's some other Irish like horror movies that came out not that long ago. I need to look them up because Cormac sent me like a list of them that were all made kind of locally, and I wanted to watch like a few more of them because, you know, Halloween is so Irish. Oh, and we watched, was it Doctor Sleep? Doctor Sleep, that's the one that follows The Shining, right? I think Doctor Sleep. Doctor Sleep. Yeah, Stephen King. I don't know. Like, I seen the original It, and I seen like the remake of It. I thought the first bit of the remake was way better, and the original like made for TV movie was so bad. And you know, I liked the remake of Carrie. I know everybody else hated it, but I actually liked the remake, and we're gonna book tickets to go and see the 1970s one or 1980s, whenever it was made. That one in the cinema. It's being shown locally in like a little cinema. So I think we'll go and see that in the cinema. You're from Leeds. I'm from Northern Ireland. But yeah, part of the UK. Yes, you can join the book club. Just subscribe. I don't always talk about books. I do talk about like TV shows and movies, but they're normally like period stuff. But I always do Halloween stuff because I like Halloween so much. So we watched Doctor Sleep, and you know what? We got it last year, and I know they've done a remake TV show of it. What, the one with the vampire kids? Salem's Lot. We watched the original Salem's Lot last year. Cormac and I bought it on DVD to watch. I think it was like Blu-ray. We always buy horror movies in Halloween, and it was so bad. Like, maybe it was good when it came out, but like it was so bad. Like, I go back and forward on Stephen King a lot. Like, I love The Shining, love it, but like, and I like Carrie, but some of his other stuff, like, I just don't get. Your message has been retracted. I seen it though. It said you were a drama student. I look like Black Beauty the horse. Thanks. It's a good book. I haven't seen the movie though in ages. It used to be like one of my childhood favorites. Trying to think. Definitely want to watch Rec. I might watch 28 Days Later again because I haven't seen that in so long. Like, so long. And then we watched, I want to say we watched Dog Soldiers last year. That was really good. You know, if you want to do werewolves. And we also watched Ginger Snaps. I only watched the first one though. I know there's like 3. And I really liked Ginger Snaps, but Cormac thought it was shit. What's my favorite movie? Are we talking horror movies or like regular movies? Because horror movies, I'm gonna say probably The Shining, because it's just so good. Like, every time you watch it, I'm just like on the edge of my seat. And I've seen it so many times. Or maybe Alien. I like Alien. But I think I like Alien because I watched it when I was a kid, and it gave me nightmares for like months and months and months. So it's kind of like burned into my brain. I don't know what my favorite movie of all time is. I really don't. Oh, if I was gonna pick one, haven't seen it in a while, but Heat and Dust, the Merchant Ivory movie, about India. That's really, really good. It's like set in the 1920s and in the 1970s, and there's like crossover. It's like about an aunt and a niece and how their like lives are kind of crossover like that. It's good. Like if you're into history, like I would definitely recommend Heat and Dust. But honestly, I haven't seen it in years. I remember I made my parents watch it at Christmas. Yeah, I like movies that are based on real stuff as well. Um, that would probably be my like one of my favorites. Like when people ask me, I normally say Heat and Dust, but I also really like Heavenly Creatures. But again, I haven't seen that in years because it's so creepy and it's so long. Actually, I might put Heavenly Creatures isn't a horror movie though, is it? Definitely not a horror movie. No, not Titanic. I don't like Titanic. I've seen it like too many times. I haven't read The Dead Zone. I actually need to read more Stephen King because I don't know. I find his writing style just a little bit out there. Like I read it years ago, like years ago, and I don't know. Like the whole turtle and the kids in the sewer. If you read the book, you know what I mean. I couldn't. It was weird. It wasn't for me at all. I do like Stephen King as a person. I think he's very, very interesting, but definitely not for me. I need to actually, I did a review of the first season of that Interview with the Vampire Show, and I just typed up my review of the second season, so I'm hopefully going to put that out next week for some Halloween content for everyone, which will be good. So Titanic is your favorite movie? You don't really have a favorite movie, you just said it's Titanic. You know what, I've seen time I watched Titanic, I must have been like 16, and we were at my friend's granny's house. I actually had it on video, and we watched it like the whole way through, and it got to the last in like 10 minutes, and my friend was like, "Nope, done." I like, turned it off. He's like, "I want to drive. We're done." So I didn't get to see it the whole way through because she wouldn't let me watch the last 10 minutes, and then I was watching it was on TV and it came on like the bit where the boat's flooding, so I watched it and then I watched the end of it and I was like, so much hype. Yeah, the Hellfire Club. You know the Hellfire Club is actually originally from Dublin. Like the original Hellfire Club was like a whole bunch of aristocratic young boys that like had a club, like a brothel in a church. I learned that when I visited Dublin a couple of years ago. Uh, I didn't mind the last season of Stranger Things. Like I thought it was alright. I kind of seen the twist at the end coming, and it's okay. I think we're all getting a bit too old for it. Does that make sense? And I think it's getting like a bit out there. I mean, it was always a bit out there. Stranger Things. I just, I don't know. I should rewatch them all because I haven't actually seen them the whole way through, like each season once. Like I haven't gone back and rewatched any of them. I don't really know. I remember the first time I tried to Stranger Things. Like I watched the first 1, 2, 3 episodes, and I was trying to get Cormac into it, and he's like, no. And then it was lockdown, and we had nothing to do, so we watched all the Stranger Things, and I like them. I think like just don't think too much about them. Does that make sense? Like if you overthink it, it doesn't make sense. So just enjoy it for like the silly ride that it is. I know the name Christopher Reeve. Is it? I don't think I know him, but I know the name. But there might be someone with the same name. Anyway, I better start wrapping this up because it's been nearly 20 minutes. I have things to do today. Does anybody have any final questions or any final recommendations for my list? The list. The original Superman. Oh, the original Superman. I'm looking back. No, Christopher Reeve. I definitely. I know. I think I know someone called Christopher Reeve that I went to school with. That's what I was thinking of. But the original Superman. No, I have not actually seen the original Superman. I like it's not really my thing. I definitely like Cormac's taken me to see all the Marvel movies, and I'm like, I fell asleep in the last one. Not really my thing, and I won't watch like any of them anymore. After in like the final Infinity War one where there was like the snap and everyone came back, I was like, I'm done. I did go to see Spider-Man though. Can you cut your hair? I actually have an appointment to get my fringe cut because it's getting too long, but I'm not cutting it on camera. Definitely not. James Bond. I've read like quite a few James Bond movies, and then of course I've watched like not the some of the originals, and I watched the newer ones like Casino Royale and like Starfall. It's not Starfall. What's it called? Skyfall. I've watched all of those, but like they're also not really my thing. Oh. No, so that's it pretty much. I am gonna shoot off. I'm gonna finish drinking my tea, and then I have things to do. Okay. Bye. Yeah, black is my natural hair color. I can't do anything with it. I dyed it red once, but I had to peroxide the hell out of it to get it red. And then one side, like, I must have left the peroxide on too long, and like all of it like came out. So one side of my hair is like a bit shorter than the other. This is years ago, and I had to get it like cut even because my like sister kept pointing it out like all the time, and I was like, stop it! It's not my fault. Okay, guys, bye. Where's my hang up button? There it is.